Good morning, day or night. Welcome to Foreshadowing, where we happen to talk about things that have not happened yet. I am your host, HIRAM, and once again, I am here joined by my friends
Dan the Captain.
and
Mr. Charles.
okay, this time, after two editions of some rather questionable,
Weird.
weird movies, we are with the king now. The Black Panther, man.
The Wakandan King.
The Wakandan king, alright. Whatever. We're gonna talk about Black Panther, y'all. And to give you some context, this is the 18th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, like, they began 10 years ago and they are like twice ahead of themselves. I don't know, something like that. Like, damn.
They're never gonna stop, man.
No, they're not gonna stop unless, I don't know, we die or Disney sells them, I don't know.
No, that's not gonna happen. Come on.
Yeah. But, well, it's the 18th film. However, it was like sort of hinted at since the beginning. I mean, there have been speculations that in Iron Man 2 there's a place in the map that, oh, it's Africa. It must be Black Panther.
Yeah, for example, Latveria or Atlantis with Namor. But
Exactly.
come on, we are not close to see those guys coming up.
Because copyright, people. Well, anyhow, so Black Panther has been around for, has literally been around for 2 years, maybe. Like 2015, we had the first glimpse of it with Andy Serkis, who returns for this movie. And, well, that's like the big thing of it, no? Also, this is like I don't know if to call it the most diverse movie of the MCU.
I don't think it's the most diverse, but maybe it is the
I mean, it
first
has-
one focusing a particular minority, right? Like,
Exactly. It has something. It has.
it's focused at, the
The Afro-American people.
African American market.
Yeah, but I think it appeals to anyone either way. But now, going on with the show, we just like to make some adjustments. We've changed our, how would you call it, like our organization.
Yeah.
And last two episodes, we just like were talking and making no sense. But now, we're having a dynamic. And you can read about it in the screen while we like try to explain it. We are going to evaluate 7 points of the movie. Foreshadowing, if these points will be like satisfied or will be fulfilled, that's our job. After that, we're gonna speak about, like some cliches, some things that we know are gonna happen or we think are gonna happen because, come on, movie business is
It's bound to happen.
predictable. Yes, exactly. But, having said that, Black Panther, remember, it comes out, the premiere already happened. I mean, there was the purple carpet or something like that.
Yeah.
They even had a small teaser poster for the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. It was sort of fun.
Sublime.
And, director Ryan Coogler returning to direct after Creed, that movie you were all hype about, maybe, I don't know.
It was, bro.
And, main cast, we have Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan being rescued from the awful mess that was Fantastic, and Lupita Nyong'o, among other relevant members. Because, I mean, this movie has a really great cast. It's
amazing.
But, starting with point number 1, let's talk about the plot. I mean, we know what it's about. Like, we know the synopsis. It's Black Panther returns to Wakanda and he has to be the king, and I don't know why I have like a certain vibe of the Lion King, but here's like the Panther King.
I guess it's not going to be so much like the Lion King. It's going to be more like, I don't know. I mean, he's going to come back, alright?
Yeah.
He's going to reclaim the throne from anyone, I guess. I mean, there's no one there.
Yes.
and
Well,
he's going to have these problems. You saw the photos where he's fighting like bare naked, and it's kind of to reclaim the throne.
I thought it was sort of an initiation.
Yeah, it's
or-
more like an initiation, but there comes Killmonger that
Uh-huh.
is played by Michael B. Jordan, and there's going to be this grudge between
Both of them.
yeah. And
It's. I take it that it's sort of like if I win, I take the throne. If you win, I'm still gonna want to take the throne, and I'm gonna steal your super suit.
yeah.
Because where is my super suit, man?
In the color.
In the color.
Necklace. I don't
Whatever.
know what they're calling it.
Yes. But there it is.
But there's going to be more than just Michael B. Jordan, because we saw the Gorilla Man or Gorilla
Man-Ape.
Man-Ape,
I think
and
it's
with the
cool.
Gorilla Tribe, and they're going to fight because we have seen it in the trailers. But there's also going to be the tribe of Killmonger,
And there's also Ulysses Claw, no?
and there's Ulysses Claw that is going to be the problem that Wakanda is going to have to deal with in the rest of the world, that is going to make Black Panther go out to another countries and whatever, but he's still going to come back to Wakanda to, solve
Whatever.
all this mess, because he has 3 fucking villains. And I guess this is going to be the first film where 3 villains is
Won't be a problem.
like
Yeah.
well leveled.
What do you say, Mr. Chuck?
Well, I really think that Black Panther will be a very standalone movie, like the plot will be self-contained, like there will be no reference to other MCU movies, at least for now.
Okay.
And I think that the main villain is going to be the one in the Gorilla Tribe. I think they're gonna focus on that. They're gonna focus on his rivalry.
Because I do
Black
believe
Panther.
even he's like built in Infinity War. But go on. Sorry.
Yeah, like I think the whole plot is going to take you through the struggles that Black Panther has to face in order to sort of reclaim the throne, right? Like it's more than a who takes the throne story. It's going to be like
The steps
My-
to.
the steps that this guy takes to get to the throne and to get to the top of his game,
Like,
right?
am I a real king that these people deserve, or do I need to be more efficient for saying something?
Well, yeah, we have that dialogue of Lupita Nyong'o in the trailer that says that like he chooses to be, he like suggesting he has no need of being like his father, even though he's meant to be the king. Oh damn! I'm getting too many Lion King vibes. I insist.
Yeah.
it's weird.
That's
really
racist.
good.
Why,
Because it's African, man. Come on.
dude?
Dude, that's not racist. I mean,
They're lions, man.
they're lions. They
There
live
are
in Africa.
panthers, man. Not
There are
lions.
no panthers. Oh wait,
there are
but
panthers. Yeah, in Black Panther
okay.
there are like a huge amount of panthers. They are all
Yeah,
in a tree, man.
What I don't want to see is like he is with those panthers in the purple realm. I don't know what it's called, and the panthers are like, remember who you are. No, I don't
That's
want.
cheating, man. In the comics, he already does that.
I know, but
It's-
dude.
It's like asking for something that is obviously going to happen, not because it happened in The Lion King, but it did happen in the,
The
comics. And they're totally aiming for that angle,
Okay.
Like, we have this part of the city that is completely new and technologically advanced and
Yes,
whatever.
they're like.
And then there are these ruins where the Black Panther has the connection to the other Black Panthers, but it's not just his dad. It's like my great dad
Just like in Avatar,
yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
like the Avatar cartoon.
Yeah, it
series.
is the last Airbender. Okay, well, I can take that, man. But if that is the case, I want a secret appearance by James Earl Jones
Oh goddamn.
in that part. Otherwise,
Okay.
it won't work, man. Or well, it will, but it won't be the same. But let's like condense it a little bit. What say you? Will it be a good plot or a not so good plot?
No, I say it's going to be a great plot. It's the film that is kind of going to be, in some part, similar to Winter Soldier because it's going to have this political plot without leaving behind the all the action and the fights. It's going to be better than the Star Wars prequels that focus way too much on politics
Okay.
in some cases, and the action was kind of left behind. I guess this one is going to be a really well balanced plot.
Okay.
I think that the plot is going to be a little bit cliche, like you mentioned. Like we have this cliche of guy or son trying to become king after the father dies. That is very common in movies.
Of course.
But I think that it's going to be highly entertaining, and it's going to give a great foundation to a
To what
series
comes
of
next.
to a series of Black Panther films.
Yeah, I do believe that. But, okay, now going to director, man. What say you about Ryan Coogler as the head of this production? Well, you understood, right?
Yeah, it's Marvel, man. Come on. I mean, it's been a long time since they
Messed up.
with the director selection. I mean, this guy made Creed, okay, and the fight scenes
Sure.
in Creed, and not only the fight scenes, but also the arguments, all the emotional sense of the film was really well taken from the director. So I'm guessing this one is going to be great.
Okay, what say you, Mr. Chuck?
You know, the first time I saw Creed, like the film really struck me as a hard-hitting film.
Okay,
Like shit hits the viewer in very
it gets
strong
in the
ways. For example, at the beginning, when you see this black kid that is being treated with racism in the reformatory, the
School or
Yeah,
the play. Go see Creed, people.
yeah, go see Creed. It's really really hard hitting, and I think that some of those elements are going to translate well into Black Panther.
Okay.
And I also think that since we're talking about a Marvel movie where action is going to be great, visuals are going to be great in general.
Yeah, I mean, like, even the weakest like selection, in my opinion, that was Taika Waititi for Thor Ragnarok. I mean, he was not weak as a director, but I don't think that like that was the direction the Thor franchise.
Yeah, like
Should have
he's no superhero director, right?
Perhaps exactly, but even so, like we were saying then, the directors that Marvel has been using have been great. I mean, like, I have no complaint.
Yeah,
At
Captain
all.
America, Winter Soldier.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like they got going that, then it's working so far. Okay, so you're saying director,
Yeah, it's a point.
it's a point. Excellent. We have 2 points. We're evaluating a point for each category if it wasn't clear. Well, now what can we say about production, man? Do you think that the clean production, because I think it has been like a clean process from start to finish, will pay off?
Yeah, completely is. It wasn't rushed. They had its time. They put an end to it. They fulfilled it in the time.
They build up to it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's no trouble with it.
Okay.
Most of all, they had a plan. They followed the plan. They completed the plan. Now they were just waiting with the film in, I don't know, like a box full of spiders and dust or whatever, because they were just waiting
For the right time.
for releasing the film.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
I mean, in my opinion, when you have a big movie franchise like the MCU, like they're trying to focus on releasing the movies whenever it's financially convenient, right? So they could have rushed it into
Yes.
2017, like in the summer of 2017. They could have released it then, but I think they chose to wait.
Build a better film. And also I believe that like Spider-Man: Homecoming made them a favor because I believe Black Panther was scheduled for the date of Thor, and Thor was for Spider-Man or something like that.
And Spider-Man was scheduled for this year, right?
Something like that, exactly.
Yeah, but they wanted to establish like this is the Spider-Man of the MCU, so
Correct.
everyone see that we have Tom Holland as Spider-Man, not Andrew Garfield. So here's his movie.
Yes, they had to make a statement, but whatever it was, it helped. I mean,
it worked.
It's gonna be a good movie. I do believe. I think we can give it a point in that matter. And now the cast. Here is like we could make a whole video about this. I believe, like judging whether Black Panther will give us an award-worthy performance, either they give it or not. I do believe that the breakout performance of this movie will be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther is great and all, but I think that the acting that you're gonna go out of the movie and say like, man, he kicked it out of the park, it's gonna be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, completely. I mean, in some interviews, he also said like, I went to dark places, like really dark places deep inside me, and it made a great villain, but it's hard to make a great villain because you're stuck with the character, you know?
Yes, it's like this issue that some actors, I believe, have, that they get married to the role. And, well, if you're a villain like that, I don't think that could be easy, because imagine, like, being a villain in real life, it's like, no, man, it's not going to happen. We already have those, and we're not going to mess with those in this video, at least. What do you think, Chuck? Some breakout performance do you think will be?
I think that all the cast is really good. I mean, really great actors. Though I think the best performance will be the lead performance, Chadwick's performance.
Okay.
Since he's, I think he's a really underrated actor nowadays. He's.
Yes, I mean, well, like, he's known now because he's the Black Panther.
Because of Black Panther, but before that,
yeah, he was
I think people didn't recognize him enough. Like,
well, yeah, he was under the radar.
Yeah.
But okay, so
You know what I want to see?
What?
First, Whittaker with his eye fixed.
How so?
In the trailers, it's, you know, he has his both eyes good.
Okay.
And Forrest Whitaker in everything he has, I don't know how to call it.
Some eye deficiency.
Yeah, an eye deficiency that is not bothering, but it's like his thing. And in the trailers, we can't see it.
I thought the guy with the eye problem was Matt Mikkelsen.
I don't know.
Well, that would be interesting, like, to see Forrest Whitaker lose an eye or something. Like, we haven't seen that before in the MCU.
Nope.
But okay, so if you were to choose a member of this cast to receive an award of any kind, who do you think would be more likely to win it?
It's hard. I mean, for once, in one hand, you have Michael B. Jordan that has all this energy, and his projection in the character is great, I guess. I mean, for what we have seen.
Yes, it is.
But in the other hand, you have our glorious Black Panther, who nearly created a fully new accent for his character. I mean, he literally had the job to make the accent for the Wakandan people is speaking English.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like putting the foundation for what everyone else had to do.
Yeah, sort of like how Gal Gadot is responsible of all the women in Wonder Woman speaking like her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe casting, we can give it another point.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Yeah. I know it's like pretty obvious, but just making things clear. And now, Next point, consistency. We've talked about the movie, the director, everything we have talked about. How does it hold up? I mean, you already mentioned a bit of how it will be a really standalone movie.
Yes, with no major references to other MCU films.
But
like maybe Civil War because
Yeah,
King T'Chaka is dead.
correct. And maybe some,
So
what
called
happened to
Accords.
Ulysses Claw after Age of Ultron, right? But in the movie, we're gonna have a clear story. That's my question. We're gonna understand beginning, middle, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be well structured.
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
We're not gonna have like these weird jumps in time, like I don't know, Fantastic or Justice League. I don't know.
no, I mean, maybe there's a flashback, but I don't think so. Like, kind of with Creed, where Black Panther is a small kid, but I guess they're not going that way. It's more likely going to start with the aftermath of Civil War with King T'Chaka dead, T'Challa coming back home and whatever.
Okay.
And it's going to be all about how he's trying to be a good ruler, not only for the Wakandan people, but trying to show that Wakanda is a great country, although it's hidden.
Yeah. Okay. Got anything to add in that matter, man?
I agree. It's going to start with people being sad about
I can't wait for the history.
king, about Chaka being dead, and I think that in general, people of Wakanda are going to, they're not going to like his son to take the throne, right? They're
Yeah.
not going to agree with it, but I mean, it's likely the way it's going to be. So-
Yeah, sure. Because after all, you have to build up this amazing place, or really establish the points of what is Wakanda. Because as far as we know, it is also gonna play a huge part in Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that in a few weeks or months. I don't.
In around
No.
2 months.
Yeah, something like that. And now, the most important point. Will the movie transcend? Will it become a classic or memorable in any way?
I think it won't become like real classic, like
Inception.
like
For saying
Inception or I don't know, Interstellar,
Okay.
The Wolf of Wall Street. It's not going to be something like that, but I think it will be very memorable within MCU movies.
Alright.
It might even be in the top 5 movies.
Top 5. Okay, I can agree with that. What do you say, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be different. I know that since Spider-Man: Homecoming, it's been more like since Ant-Man, it has been different because it was a heist film, and then
Yeah.
we have Avengers and Guardians Volume 2, and then we have Spider-Man: Homecoming, that it was completely different from the other films because you're seeing the struggle of this kid. And then you had these struggles of Thor in Thor Ragnarok without his hammer, and
also it's the concept of the road trip movie. They've been...
they're building up these great movies that are kind of completely different from what we have seen, but they are also part of the MCU. I mean, you don't feel like it's a forced mashup.
connection. Like, you could see Black Panther without having to see all of the MCU.
Yeah.
And you can appreciate it.
Maybe you lose some references, but
Yeah, but...
Yeah,
that's the MCU for you.
I think that's mainly what they're trying to do with the latest MCU movies, because there's some people who didn't really see the first movies, right? They didn't see Iron Man, they didn't
Yeah,
see...
like they are starting now to see the.
Or maybe not. I mean, it's a lot to catch up with.
Yes, since it's a lot to catch up with, they're trying to make movies more self-contained.
Like you can start reading here, and you will. Oh, the phone is ringing. That's something new. Yes.
Not
Well,
cool, bro.
Someone's calling, maybe to say that we're wrong. Maybe they're foreshadowers themselves. But well, let's wrap this up, or well, this part up.
If you listen to this part, please write it in the comment section. If you
If you stay to hear the phone ringing, put a comment about it and try to guess who called. We'll address it in the next video. But well, in 7 of 7 categories, what's the grade? I believe that we have like half points in consistency and memorable.
Yes.
Yeah, don't forget about the real good soundtrack of this film. Like
Oh yeah, the soundtrack.
Yeah,
True.
we forgot to.
Marvel, I think this might be
The greatest.
the greatest Marvel soundtrack ever.
I don't know. I would have to like see it work in the movie before saying, because I mean like Guardians.
But come on, it's
Yes, I know the movie.
Bro.
Yeah, I get it, but
I mean,
Lamar.
I also have like this nostalgia feel of the movie, of the music used in Guardians. I mean like,
in Guardians, Iron Man 2.
well, Iron Man 2 is AC/DC, man.
Yeah, but it's AC/DC, man.
Okay,
Come on.
We'll have to. We'll talk about this once.
I give it a
the
point.
movie's out. You give it. No, yes, I also give it a
Full.
point, of course. So that would leave us with a grade of 6 out of 7, with 2 half points being the 6.
Yeah.
I believe that's a really good grade. Now, before we wrap this up, we need to talk about like things that are pretty obvious, like that will happen. I mean, the first one I believe is hero fights antagonists with the same abilities cliche.
yeah.
I mean, we've seen the trailer. They're like, oh, here's a guy in a Panther suit, and here's a
No,
guy in another cat suit that is like orange.
I see it coming like Iron Man 2, where it's T'Challa fighting with Killmonger, but they don't have the suits, okay? They just have the mask and they're bare naked. In this trailer scene, but they're in the water and he has like the spear, whatever. They're fighting. T'Challa beats the crap out of Killmonger, and then T'Challa gets his new suit and use it, whatever, blah 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 blah. And Killmonger is like, well, I could have gotten a new suit, and it's going to be better because I'm the bad guy. You know, it's going to be like Iron Man 2 because there was a confrontation between the protagonist and the antagonist,
Okay,
but it's not in their peak level.
it's
Okay.
just like a teaser.
Yeah, it's teasing up to the main
Big fight.
fight. Yeah.
Okay, and you, what other sort of cliche do you think we will have?
I think we're gonna have that son of king fights cousin fights in, right? Like they're fighting for the throne. So something like Madagascar 2 film, like the fight where Alex like all the people is watching the lions fight.
It's like, oh
the
man, you are so weak. You're useless, man. Okay, that would be fun.
I think that's gonna. There is going to be a similar scene in this movie, with people watching in circle, like the fight of T'Challa and
Killmonger.
yeah.
Okay, that would be fun. Yes, and well, I don't know. I think like that's the
it.
most relevant cliches we could find in the movie. But hey,
The superhero landing, man.
oh, superhero
Come on.
landing, of course.
Don't
That-
freeze. I never
Never
freeze.
freeze.
And superhero landing, bro.
And also, cats always land on their feet.
Oh, yeah.
But that is, remember, mere speculation. We'll address our, if we were right or we were wrong in our socials. Now we have more socials. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. We are expanding. And if you have predictions of your own, be sure to share them in the comments or in social media, any way you prefer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to leave us your comments once we know if we are right or we are wrong about the movie. And if you have some sort of grudge against Marvel, remember you're not mad with Marvel. You're mad with DC, mates.
No,
But-
you're mad with Warner.
Well,
Not
yes,
DC.
with Warner. So go go bother them. Don't mess with the other people. Come on, it's not okay. But
It's not okay to sabotage Black Panther. Guys.
exactly,
Come on.
if you want to sabotage a movie, maybe
Yeah,
sabotage Solo. I mean, like nobody cares about that movie after all.
Come on, man. It already sabotaged itself.
Fair enough. But hey, we'll leave that for another episode. Thanks for listening, and see you next week with. Well, I don't know how to refer to this movie. I'm not hyped for it, but I am also not like completely against it. But you'll hear of it next week.